All right, let's go a little bit of punch here and see how this goes. Come on, CVT, wake up. A little bit of turbo boost, turbo lag. Well, it's got some pretty good power though. I mean, it's not slow. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Peter's Autovlog. Hope everybody's having a fantastic day. Today we're going to get to test drive and review this 2023 Chevrolet Trailblazer LT. Now this one that we have with us here is a pre-owned Trailblazer 2023, so it's pretty much a brand new still vehicle. It has just over 3,300 miles, and the price that Bartow Ford is asking is just under $28,000 if I'm correct. Big thank you to Bartow Ford for allowing me some time with this Chevrolet Trailblazer. Big thank you to Tim. I'll put all their information in case you're interested and a link to the website in the description below. Now, as far as trims goes, there's 4 trims to the Chevrolet Trailblazer. You got the LS, LT, Active, and the RS. This one here being the LT is kind of your lower trim, but it's got pretty good decent amount of amenities and options that you can do that these come with. This one here is finished off in mosaic black, which is really nice black color. Cause some black aluminum gloss wheels with some aluminum accents. Overall, a really nice, interesting front that Chevrolet did to this Trailblazer. You can see we got the daytime running lights here as well, and your turn signals here. It's kind of displayed. This is kind of done to not glare people at night with higher headlight positioning. Nice. Got the Chevy Bolt. Now, this is an option here that you can get if you want to black out these Chevy bow ties. It's like a couple $100 for the front and rear. So I really like the way this is designed, really cool. Now coming down here, we got this really nice 17-inch wheel. These are black lost wheels with a bit of aluminum accents. These are running, the tire on this one is 225 millimeter Continental Pro Contact all-season tire, which is a brand new vehicle. It's only got less than a little over 3,300 miles, so the tires are still brand new. The design, we get a little lip spoiler here in the back, really nice little spoiler. We have your antenna there up there. You can see the roof. This one's not equipped with any type of sunroof or anything like that, but I like it. It's really cool. It's kind of very similar to the Seltos from Kia that I test drove a few months ago. Really nice, kind of the same type of design, very similar to shape of that Kia Seltos. This Chevrolet is kind of really the same. So obviously this one here, Chevrolet also sells this one as a Buick Encore. They share the same platform. So just if you didn't know, the Buick Encore GX is the same platform as this Chevrolet Trailblazer. But here I have the key with me here, because it's a pretty simple key from Chevy. There we go. That's the way they show the Chevy bow ties are if you don't get them painted black like that one is. So we have opening close. We got remote start. And we do not have any type of automatic opening. You can option it off on the convenience package, but this one doesn't have it. So you have to go back here and just lift it off manually. As you can see there, we do have a reverse camera. It's a pretty good sized room over here. We get about 25 cubic feet of space here in the back for storage. And that's about it. We got some hooks and stuff like that. One light here. There we see we got some floor mats that come with this one here that are installed in the front, but that's about it. There are no type of 12-volt connections or anything back here at all. As you can see, it's pretty simple. The seats do fold back down. You have to go in from the front, but they do seat. It's kind of like a 60/40, as you can see. So once you put the seats on, there's a lot more storage, but it's pretty good storage here in the back. About 25 cubic feet, as I mentioned. That's not bad at all, considering this is a subcompact SUV. If we rate this up, we do have a spare tire there. Thank you, Chevy, for putting a spare tire. A little more storage space here in the back if you want to put some more things. Then that's about it, guys. So we got pretty good size room over here and a lot of little spaces here to put all your nips and things here on the side. So pretty good size for this Chevy Trailblazer. So there we go, guys. Obviously, I don't think this can tow anything. If it can tow, maybe 1,000 pounds, but I doubt it. But I'll put all the information if there's any type of towing that you can do with the Chevy truck, especially that you can get them with all-wheel drive and the 1.3 liter inline-3 little bigger engine. So let's go ahead and just drop this down, because obviously we don't have and you can see there's a reverse camera right there, kind of hidden below that interesting location. And there we go. So coming here to the front of this Chevrolet, just below the bow tie, we're gonna have the little knot to bring this up. Give me a second, guys. I'm gonna just put this up. All right, there we go. So basically no hydraulic assistance to this. You have to get the little stick to put it up there, and you can't do it with one hand. You have to do it with two. So here we have the Ecotec 1.2 liter inline 3, or basically 3-cylinder engine. This is turbocharged producing 137 horsepower, 164 pound-feet of torque. If I'm correct, I'll pull those numbers up if I missed it by a few. But this is one of the basically the same engine. This is the 1.2 liter. There is a 1.3 liter turbocharged, the same engine, inline-3. It's got a CVT transmission, and this is front-wheel drive. Now, if you go to the 1.3 liter engine and get the all-wheel drive version, you're gonna get 155 horsepower and about 174 pound-feet of torque. Now, of course, when you get the force or the four-wheel drive or the all-wheel drive with a bigger engine, the 1.3, you're gonna get a 9-speed automatic transmission. This one here, the 1.2 is equipped with a CVT, the continuously variable transmission. So I prefer going to the 9-speed, honestly, myself, and get a little more power. But obviously this is not bad. It drives pretty nice. The half a mile that I drove here is actually pretty decently good CVT, to be honest. It's one of the best I've driven so far. But it's got plenty of torque. I mean, it's not super powerful. There's 136 horsepower. Ain't gonna get you much anywhere fast, but it's got plenty of torque for in town. I like it. It's very smooth so far. And you're gonna get about 29 miles in the city and about 31 in the highway, of course, depending on how you drive. But overall, a pretty decent ego engine. We don't know how reliable these things are, but I think they're pretty reliable. It's a small engine. All right, but let's go ahead and drop the hood and get to the inside. Now, obviously, being a subcompact SUV, you're not expecting a lot of space in the back, but it's pretty comfortable. A quick glance here. This is that's a little bit soft, not too bad, but we have obviously hard plastic considering the price point of this Trailblazer. Before we do, I really like the stitching of this cloth seats. These are kind of called the jet black, but it's got a two-tone. You can see we got a kind of grayish insert and with a black. It feels nice. They feel pretty tough, and as you can see, pretty easy to put the seat back. Just press the little button here and just bring it forward. You can see it folds on super easily. Very light seats as well. That's really light. There's no sort of you cannot lean the seats back any further or anything like that. They're pretty steady, but looks like it's pretty good. Let's go ahead and get inside real quick and see how spacious this is. Camera. Here we go inside of this Chevrolet Trailblazer. Now, obviously, I'll put the seats back on this one. Here's where I usually sit, and I'm about 5'11", so I got, I mean, right up against the seat, but I'm still pretty comfortable. Plenty of headroom here as well. We got a light right there, as you can see. So the back is not bad. Obviously, for a short trip for adults in the back, it's actually pretty comfortable. I don't see any type of connections or anything like that. There's no connections whatsoever here in the back. I believe you might be able to get a connection with a higher trim. I have to check on that doubly, but I believe you might be able to. But here's the interior of this Chevrolet Trailblazer, which is pretty nice. There's also a sunroof I believe you can get as well, but obviously this is not equipped with it, but it's really nice. Obviously the interior is not bad at all. The seats are comfortable. You can let back, and but overall pretty nice. And here I don't think we have no center armrest either, and we have no cup holders here in the back as well. So that's the thing you don't get with this Trailblazer, but overall it's pretty comfortable. And we do have a couple of pockets here in the back as well, so you get at least a couple of pockets to put things there. Go ahead and go to the front. And heading to the driver's side of this Trailblazer, you can see almost the same type of material as the back, but here we have that material that's on the seats in the back here on part of the stitching here on the door. Really nice. I like that cloth. It feels really nice, and I like the texture. It's pretty cool. As you can see, we got a bit of a kind of like a dark gray insert here, part of plastic, but it looks pretty good. Kind of breaks up a little bit of all the plastic that we have here. Still all kind of plastic, still pretty soft, but it's still, of course, hard plastics. But we got here controls for your windows and power mirrors and all that stuff. We got a little bit of a bottle holder there. It's not huge, but you have some space there. Now coming here in the middle, we got a 10-way power adjustable driver's seat, manual for the passenger. But as you can see, I really like this. The seating is really nice. I love that insert here. We got the same type of cloth here as on the doors, but the seats are pretty cool, really nice and comfortable as well. Bit of a really nice material. This actually feels pretty nice. This really doesn't feel bad at all. We got a bit of aluminum trim surrounding the AC outlet. We got controls for all your lights here. Adjustable, manually adjustable and tilting steering wheel, as you can see there. So that's pretty well equipped interior. We got a little bit of pocket here as well, and of course to open up your hood there. Let's go ahead and get inside and check it out. As you can see, that's pretty decent ergonomics. I really like the interior. Actually, the materials are pretty nice. I like this type of this feel has a really good texture. I really like this, kind of similar to Ford's what they're using in there. Before we go on, let's go ahead and get this engine started. We're gonna press the brake pedal. We have basically keyless entry or keyless start here. Let's go ahead and press our start button, get everything straighten out the wheel here. So now that it's on, let's go ahead and shut the door. But before we do, let's go ahead and kind of hear this 3-cylinder turbocharged engine. Kind of similar to Ford's 1.5 liter inline-3. They're both turbo. Can't hear the turbo at all. Must be a tiny turbo. But this kind of sound a little bit industrial, but I'll give it that. It's got some pretty decent power. All right, let's go ahead and shut down the door. As you can see, we got that. I'm gonna bring down the windows a little bit because it is quite dark. This, as you can see, this one here is equipped with some tint, and it's pretty dark, and we have no sunroof at all or anything like that. So I'm gonna just bring a little more light, because obviously it does get dark with the GoPro as well. You can see it's really nice. I like this. It's got a really nice interior. I mean, the materials actually feel much better than, say, this kind of a subcompact SUV usually feels like. Here we got the hostage bar. As you can see, we got a little bit of cubicle here to put your stuff there. As you can see, pretty cool there. Then over here we got the glove box. It's pretty nice. We got a little some papers there, but it's pretty nice in size. As you can see, we got the rest of the interior there, which is pretty cool. The visibility is not bad. Actually, this is obviously with the window tints a little bit more claustrophobic, but actually the greenhouse is not bad at all. It's got some pretty good visibility. Now let's start over here. We got the AC outlets. We do have basically a 7-inch infotainment screen. This is Chevrolet's Infotainment 3. You can get an optional 8-inch screen with the convenience package, but this has got the inch smaller screen, but it's pretty nice. Not bad at all. You can tune the system. It's pretty quick to the touch. I like it. You can see we got the home button here as well. It gives you audio, phone book, all that kind of Wi-Fi settings. We got Android CarPlay, Android Auto. We got OnStar services. Of course, you got all types of radio systems. We don't have any navigation or anything like that. No phone connected, but it's a pretty quick system. As you can see, pretty cool the way this is. You got different settings here in the radio. At least we got a volume button here. As you can see, we got a home button and switching the manual buttons for the radio and the phone. Hazards. Down here we got a single zone AC. So we have here heated seats for both front seats, which is a pretty cool option. That really comes standard with this LT trim, which is pretty cool. No heated steering wheel, but at least you get heated seats. Down here we have 2 USB ports, auxiliary, and a 12-volt connection. We have a little more storage space on here. I don't see any type of wireless charging or anything like that, but we have at least some extra storage there. As you can see, down here we have cup holders where my phone is. I don't think my phone fit there. Yeah, I can fit a phone there pretty easily, as you can see. Down in this area we got basic lane assist. Here we got traction control off, and over here we got the sensors there for the auto on and off. Of course, here we got your CVT transmission. We got your parking brake, little more storage cubicle here, and more storage here down here. You press this down here, a little bit of a storage area here, and if we raise this up, you got a little more deeper pocket there to put some things. So that's pretty cool, pretty intuitive. And but that's up. There we go. That's about it, guys. You can see there we got controls here for your cruise control. We got controls here for all the settings here. As you can see in the center screen, you can scroll through basically any type of information there. As you can see, not a ton of information, but you can definitely do vehicle. We got vehicle trip, alcohol filter, pressures. We got distance for that automatic braking and all that kind of stuff. There is a digital speedometer, which we'll leave it in. We got an analog speedometer and a tachometer, and of course your fuel gauges and your temperature gauge. But other than that, that's about it for this one. Over here on the top, you can see you can turn off that lane assist or not. You can see up there, you can see that. So it's pretty cool. And that's about it, guys. Here it's pretty got all your standard stuff. We do have some buttons here in the back for volume and changing radio stations here in the back of the steering wheel. Steering wheel feels nice. It's all plastic and everything, but it's not bad at all. Pretty interesting interior to this Chevrolet Trailblazer. It's obviously not as trailblazing as it is. Obviously the name implies it, but this being a compact SUV, it's actually pretty roomy inside. Checking up here, we got basically your mirrors. Your mirrors up here for your sun visors. We got Chevy's OnStar as well. As you can see, there are lights as well, which you can turn on. No sunroof or anything like that, or nowhere to store your sunglasses. But other than that, all right, let's go ahead and go out on a test drive. Let's go ahead and put our reverse camera. First check, let's put our CVT transmission in reverse. And as you can see, the graphics are pretty clear, pretty nice graphics. I'm gonna back it up a little bit. We don't have any sensors in the back, if I'm correct, but we do have some terrestrial lands that move with you. No sensor whatsoever. I'm sure you get the sensors on the higher trim one, but not this one here. But let's go ahead and go forward. The only thing you can do is basically turn off. Oops, no, hold on a second. So the only thing you can do is turn off your graphics or your terrestrial lines, and that's about it on this Chevy Trailblazer. So, all right, let's go ahead and go out for a drive in this Trailblazer. Now, as I mentioned, I only have driven it basically half a mile to this parking space from the dealership. Let's go ahead and this has a really nice turning radius. Very nice feeling. The slightly, moment I drove it here, it's got a pretty good feeling. Actually, I'm surprised that I just got off and I just basically did the Volkswagen Atlas, and that steering feels so light. This is much heavier steering for sure. It's got some nice directness to it. It's not bad at all in feeling, but obviously pretty artificial steering, but it feels nice overall though. I will have the windows open a little bit because it is quite dark and it's a little bit cloudy today here in Central Florida. And let's go ahead and get this test drive going and check out how good this inline 3 turbo feels. So obviously this is a 1.2 liter engine on this one, not the 1.3. Not a lot of difference, but it's a little bit of extra horsepower. And CVT, it's got some pretty good low end torque right off the bat. That's pretty light to 3,000 pound SUV, so I'm sure this thing's gonna Yeah, it's got some good turning and it's got decent torque. Let's go ahead and put out the windows because we're gonna have a lot of wind noise. But I like it. This thing feels pretty agile. I mean, it's a small SUV. It's only just above 3,000 pounds in weight. So it's got a little bit of lean into the corners. I mean, once you turn it, but it feels pretty playful. It feels pretty nice. That's kind of what you expect of a light SUV. The engine does sound a little bit industrial at the beginning, but it kind of smooths out, and the CVT is actually not too bad. It's not whiny like I hate those CVTs that make the engine. 4-cylinder engines with CVTs do not sound to me good. I mean, I don't know, just I don't like it too much. But I'm glad some of the manufacturers like Nissan stuff, they're going kind of back to you know, regular 6 speeds or 7 speeds or 9 speeds or whatever. But let's go ahead and just give it a little bit of punch here. All right, let's go ahead, a little bit of punch here and see how this goes. Come on, CVT, wake up. A little bit of turbo boost, turbo lag. Well, it's got some pretty good power though. I mean, it's not slow. Wow, yeah, it does sound industrial, but it does go. The torque does hit a little bit low, which is nice. That's what I like about turbocharged engines. Unlike the Volkswagen Access I just got out of. It's got a V6, but you had to rev the hell out of it to get some power. Unlike this engine, where you got torque down low in the 1 to 2,000 RPM range, which kind of gives you seems to me much quicker down low. But I like it. This thing it's pretty nice. The ride's nice. It's got a nice supple ride. Let's feel the brakes. The brakes have some good power to them, good feeling to them. Nice, confidence inspiring. Haven't tested them off in high speed, but it does feel nice though. The ride is it's on the more, you know, say stiff, but more formal, you know, nice. Not formal, but it's got a nice ride. Obviously feels firm. That's what I meant, firm ride. But it's by no means anything harsh or anything like that. Every time I come here, there's always some guy turning here. So we put a little bit of power down. Now the CVT is waking up. It's got some good torque. I mean, you can feel it. I'm sure with some more people on board, it's going to feel a little slower. But it's got some good pickup, though. I'm surprised at this little 3-cylinder engine. Obviously, I like car with it. That step of power is not going to do too bad, especially with some good low torque down low, which feels nice. But the ride is nice and supple. It feels nice. It's got a nice taut suspension on it, but it's very comfortable, too. Now that we're doing a little higher, we're doing about 60 miles an hour. Yeah, this thing feels nice. In terms of the road noise, there's a little bit of road noise, but not much interior or wind noise, not at all. This thing, obviously, we got they got to turn the things off because we got Chevrolets. I don't know if you're gonna see it on the dashboard. We got the system on. Let's turn this off. Now it allows us to do a little bit of that because it was basically holding the steering wheel straight, kind of like Chevrolet's Super Cruise, whatever they call it. Yeah, the Super Cruise from Chevy, but. Yeah, it feels nice. It actually tracks pretty well. It feels solid. It feels pretty stable on the road. I'm shocked how good this thing feels. We're doing over 60 miles an hour. It feels pretty nice, to be honest. There is a bit of road noise, but not as much. Not an uncomfortable level by any means. But I like this thing. I mean, I can imagine the 1.2 liter having a little extra horsepower, that extra 15 horsepower, 20 horsepower that you get with that 1.3 liter engine. It's not a massive amount of more power, but I like this thing. This is pretty nice. Pretty nice. It should be. Oh shit! I hope that make sure that cop goes because I got no rear plate. I got the plate here with me, so if he comes behind me, I'm sure it's gonna pull the lights on me. But there, yeah, this he went. Oh, this truck is almost running the light there. You gotta be careful with this Florida drivers. But here we go, guys. I'm not gonna floor it because I cannot pass this cop's got no rear plate. But yeah, the torque is really nice down low, and it picks up speed pretty decently quick. For something like this, it's pretty quirky speed, pretty nice speed actually. In terms of overall of the ride, it's really nice, very nice soft ride, very quiet, very supple, comfortable ride. The seats were comfortable. They're a little bit on the harsh side or on the harder side, but they're still comfortable for every day. I love the cloth and stuff. I love the cloth seats though. In terms of the interior, everything's at your fingertips, so you can see the volume's at your fingertips right here. You got the AC controls down here low. The AC is blowing nice and cool. As I mentioned, we do have heated seats as well. Not a lot of amenities, but plenty enough to keep you entertained for your daily drive. You know, if you're looking for more of a nice basic transportation with a little bit of higher ride height as an SUV, as this crossover gives you, this is a great little SUV for $27,000. It's actually can't go wrong. Kind of similarly priced as the Taos. The Taos is the competitor to this. Obviously, the one I drove. If you want to see my review on the Taos, check out my channel. You'll see the review on the Taos, which is similar. Actually, I like the Taos a little better. It feels a little bit bigger inside, but overall the same type of SUV, which I like. This is really nice. But I think Chevy did a good job. This is a nice vehicle, comfortable. You got big mirrors. Really like it. Really like what Chevy did to this Chevy truck. Feels nice. Obviously, I can't take it any higher because the speed limit is here. I don't want to catch up to our friendly police officer and have no rear plate. So I'm sure he's eager to stop me. But just going safe here, guys. But overall, really like it. Very nice SUV from Chevy. This little crossover. Now, in terms of price for $27,000, I think it's a pretty decent deal. If you go to the higher price one, you might get a little more options with the convenience package or the RS version of it with the all-wheel drive, a little more power, and the 9-speed automatic. So, but overall, depends on what. But this four-wheel drive one drives pretty nice, really nice ride, to be honest. In terms of competition, this is a very competitive subcompact, segment. You got, the Toyota CHR, the HR-V from Honda. You got, as I mentioned, the Seltos. You got Hyundai Kona. You got, as I mentioned, the Chevy or the Buick Encore GX that also shares the platform with. So there's a lot of competition to this SUV, and obviously, everybody's in that mid 20s to high 20s depending on the options. But this is actually a pretty nice, refined little vehicle from Chevy. I like it. I mean, the materials are nice, especially all these materials here. The steering wheel feels nice. It's all well put together. This feels nice. Actually feels like a well put together car. Not bad for the price at all. All right, guys, let's go ahead and continue. Actually, we got a kind of a lowrider type of F-150 here next to us. But overall, really nice. I like the power on this thing. It goes pretty nice. It's got some good power. The torque is down low, and the CVT, actually, the engine's not loud at all or anything like that. CVT is doing a pretty good job. I actually like the CVT. You can't really feel it. It's got a nice quietness to it. The engine's not. It's really. I think Chevy did a good job with the CVT, to be honest. But let me know, guys. Let me know what you guys think of this Chevrolet Trailblazer, this 2023 one. Let me know if you have one 2022 or 2021. This is for $230,000. This is quite a nice SUV. Obviously, you don't get the power or the size, but for something like a daily car like this is perfect, to be honest. In conclusion, pretty good value for the money. Pretty good roomy interior. Really smooth powertrain. I was surprised at the CVT transmission and the engine. It's got pretty decent power. I would definitely go with a 9-speed, but this CVT is actually not bad at all. I'm both surprised on now that I drive it. This is the first time I'm driving this 12 ratio, this model from Chevy. I like it. Remember I drove the CVT. I mean the U-Volt. I drove the Bolt EUV, which is pretty nice. But this is actually pretty nice. It's about the same size as a Chevy Bolt, but this is really nice. But let me know what you guys think. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys been enjoying this review of this 2023 Trailblazer. Let me know what you guys think. Any comments, leave them down below. I appreciate you watching. Let's go ahead and put the reverse camera once again, and you can see pretty nice clear camera, pretty nice graphics, really clear camera. No sensors whatsoever on this LT version, but then again, you're not paying a ton of money. But all right, guys, thank you very much for watching. Thank you to all that has subscribed. If you have not done so, please subscribe, hit the like button, leave me a comment. I appreciate every one of you guys that subscribe. We're on our way to about 1,200 subscribers. We're growing slowly, but I'm getting there, enjoying it and getting much better at all the reviews as I can. So bringing you much more content. So all right, thank you so much for watching, guys. Have a fantastic afternoon, evening, or morning, wherever you are, and we'll catch you on the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.